guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a review on the Kat Von D Shade+Light eye palette for you. And I also have an overview of the new lightning liners that were just released. I'm already familiar with the lightning liners. I own 3 or 4 of the original shades that were launched. I'll start with these, I suppose. They are a bit different from her, if you're familiar with the tattoo liner or the ink liners. These have a much thinner consistency to them, and it's almost like a paint. You can see here that out of the 4 new shades I have, I've only used 2 of them. I've only opened 2 of them. And I don't really want to open these 2 until I'm ready to use them, so I won't be swatching these 2. But I'll go ahead and swatch the ones I have open. They are twist up, so you twist up from the bottom. The biggest problem with these is it's hard to get the exact right amount that you need on the pen tip. But this is the blue, and they are metallic. And the colors are just gorgeous, and they're very, very pigmented. This one, the name of it is Bach. So, Kat Von D. And the next one is this rusty, well, I thought it was more like a rusty orange color, but it's really like more, well, it depends, I guess. In different lightings, it looks different. Sometimes it looks rusty orange, and sometimes it looks like orange, like Halloween orange. But there's Ludwig. There's a bit of a learning curve on how you apply them, but once you get used to it, they're actually very, very nice. I know a lot of people have had difficulties and troubles with them. One click, one turn will get you, it's supposed to get you exactly the right amount that you need. I always end up like overshooting or getting a little too much. When that happens, you know, it stays wet. You can wipe it on the back of your hand and it stays wet for a while. So, you know, it doesn't, for me, I take a little while to do my liner, so to get it perfect. And I'll dip my brush back in, you know, and just go, it's kind of like using your hand as a palette to paint it on. And sometimes I'll have to do that and I get the exact right amount, but that's my take on them. I really do like them quite a lot. The formula is quite good. They last a long time on me. I haven't had any problems with them flaking or rubbing off or anything like that. So they're gorgeous liners, and I personally would highly recommend them. They're not for everyone. If you don't like to have to finick with things to get it to work, then these probably wouldn't be for you. But, so those are the liners. The palette itself, this is the second installment of the Shade+Light collection, and it is in cardboard, but very sturdy cardboard packaging with a magnetic closure. You can get a little mirror inside. You flip this all the way back and turn around. You have 3 sections here, going from kind of neutral, cool, and warm. For the look I did today, I went all over the place with these. I just kind of went crazy with it, and I have used it before, how it's intended to be used in the quadrants, just to test it out and see performance-wise what it was like. And I just want to do something more creative today. I felt a bit inspired, I guess. So you'll hang around and you'll see a demo of me applying these directly on my lids and how I came up with this look, I guess. They're very, very soft. They're very pigmented. They're a bit, since they're so soft, they have kickback. You know, you put your brush in there gently. Always tap your brush off, or you can make a bit of a mess with them. But if that doesn't bother you, then it shouldn't be a problem. It doesn't bother me. Obviously, they're all matte shades, which I like. This is a transition shade dream. Like, you know, they're just there. You can use it with so many different, you can use it with colors. You know, this is a great addition to any collection, in my opinion. I'll list the price up here somewhere. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I bought it during the VIB sale. Kind of late on getting a review up on it, but hey, you know, I have a life. And yeah, I guess I can, yeah, the names are hard to pronounce, so I'm not gonna do that, but I'll just give you a few swatches here so you can see. And that's with no primer or anything. I go down the next row. And this one right here, favorite, love it. That's what I'm wearing on my lid today. And yeah, so there's some swatches of the shadows for you guys. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good deal, and I absolutely adore it. I know I'll get a ton of use out of it, even though I'm not normally like a neutral type person. There's just so many things that you can do with this, and so many awesome looks you can create with it. I can't wait to play with it more. Please do let me know if you would like more tutorials with this palette, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Any questions you have about these products that I didn't cover now or in the video, please feel free to go ahead and leave me a comment below and ask away, and I'll get back with you. Big thumbs up. Absolutely love it. If you would like to see the look I came up with using this palette, then stay tuned and we'll get started right now. The first thing I'm going to do is use a MAC's Paint Pot and Painterly to prime my eye. I haven't used this in a while. I used this palette yesterday. I had my daughter's piano recital to go to, and I just needed something quick and easy. And this definitely meets the bill. You can come up with a really pretty appropriate eye look using this palette. And previously I had stuck to, I think this is the neutral portion right here. So I use these three colors and then this top base highlight shade. And today I was just like inspired to do something much more creative with this. It just struck me, so we're gonna go for it, and I'm gonna show you how I made this. And I know this looks super dark underneath here, but I'm gonna fix that with concealer. So yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is start with my transition color. I'm gonna use this one right here in the middle, and I'm taking it on a fluffy blending type brush. It's a Sedona Lace EB15, if you're curious. And I wanted to go from light to dark, but still have a really intense smoky sort of look. So I started right about here and then blended that in to the crease area. Trying not to drag it too far inwards. And as you can see, that already created a ton of definition and depth right there in the crease, which is awesome. The next color I'm going to use is middle palette right next to the black there. It's kind of like a medium cool brownie taupe sort of shade. It's hard to describe. Looks like this when it's swatched. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the outer portion of my eye and blend it inwards into that transition color. And over top of it. I'm just kind of putting it over top of it. I just don't want to take it too far inwards. If you can always fix it. You know, almost nothing's unfixable. And this is a Makeup Geek soft tone brush. Okay, next I am going to take the white right in the middle there on this is a Royal and Lanicle Smudger 207 brush. And I'm gonna place that in my inner corner and tear duct and all that. And I'm gonna bring it up to right about here. Alrighty. This is where things got kind of crazy, because when I started out, I had planned on using just this middle section here for you, but I saw this color. This type of color is very popular in her palettes. Like, it's in a lot of them. It's in the similar colors in the Lady Bear palette, and then in the one that released for Christmas, and I think it's in a couple other ones too. So, and each is a little bit different, but it's that rusty orange type shade. And initially I was going to use it in the outer portion of my eye, but screw that. I want it on my lid. I want it everywhere. So I've been dying to use this shade, so I'm gonna do what I want. It's gorgeous. I'm just gonna pat that. I'm gonna go back to that, actually, I'm gonna go back to the EB15 brush that I used previously, and I'm gonna go between these shades here. Just kind of dip back and forth. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that over my crease area where we put the transition color and the deeper shade right in the middle. Kind of blending it outwards and together. Now we're gonna get a little crazy and put some black in here. This is another Royal Lanicle smudger brush. It doesn't have a number on it, but this is what it looks like. Kind of an interesting brush. It's quite dense. It's not my favorite brush, but it's nice for placing color very precisely, which is what I want to do with a black before I blend it, so I don't overdo it. This is not the darkest black in the world, but it's definitely pigmented, as you can see right there. It's fairly black, but I have seen blacker. I'm gonna gently place this in this area right here. And with Makeup Geek Soft Tone Brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend this black right in everything else. Trying to keep it away from the lid area. Here's where you're kind of on your own. You gotta go back and forth between colors until you get the gradient effect that you want. We lost a little bit of the lid color, and we want to take it and blend it into that darkness right there just a little bit more. And blend it up into the crease area a little bit too. Just kind of blend everything together. It's a general idea. What I like about this brush is not only can you pack shadow on the lid with it, which is really its main intended purpose, but you can also use the tip of it to kind of blend. If you just need to blend two colors in together softly by tapping, you can get a nice blend with that. Don't worry, I am being a responsible brush user and wiping off my brushes cleanly before each color. I'm gonna go into this top transition shade just one more time by itself. and blend a little bit of that all around that area. Just smoke everything out as much as you want. Kind of go in the direction of my where my eyebrow ends ish. You can always clean it up later. And then you're gonna want to get a clean brush for this next step, and that is very important because all the colors that we're using are really dark and pigmented, and yeah, so you want a clean brush for this. I chose to use this more flesh toned color, and just because it matches my skin the best out of all of them, and I thought the white as a brow bone highlight would just be too stark. Take that on a nice fluffy brush and just go ahead and blend out any harsh lines. Use a tad more of that white in the inner corner just because I want to make sure that area is nice and highlighted. And I do bring it in close to my nose. It's just how I like to do it. And I'm just going to bring it ever so slightly onto the lid. And up into the crease. And then taking that rusty orange and kind of placing just a little bit more there. It's just a process. Next part's pretty simple. We're just going to do a big black wing. You can do yours however you want, but I decided to go really bold this time just because I felt like it. And usually I start like by tapping on the lid. I do it different ways, but this time I started by just creating the shape of the wing that I was going for. As you can see, I brought that almost all the way up to my eyebrow. Drag it down from about that point to meet the lid. This is Kat Von D's ink liner in Trooper Black. I think that's the name of it. Next up, I'm going to use the lightning liner in the shade Ludwig. This is brand new. It just came out not that long ago. I picked up all the shades, so let me know if you guys want to see demos or anything with them. But if you're familiar with these liners, the lightning liners are much more liquidy. They're more like a paint than the ink liners, and they're a twist up, and the product then comes onto the brush tip. They can be a little bit tricky to get used to using, but I really do like them. They stay for a long time. They don't flake on me. They're very, very pigmented, and you can get a precise point with this. It's just a matter of getting the right amount of product in the tip, or on the tip, and getting used to the applicator. I'll start from the bottom of the first wing and just kind of meet it up at the top, overlapping a little bit of the black there. You don't have to make sure this is a precise point or anything, because we can go in and just clean that up later. go ahead and take a Q-tip and just run it up the side there. I should mention that I always have a tiny bit of makeup remover on the end. I think we can call that good. Okay, onto the bottom of the lid. I was looking everywhere for my white pencil liner, my Too Faced one. Can't find it anywhere. Driving me nuts. So that's alright though. We're going to go ahead and use the Rimmel Scandaleyes in Nude or anything similar that you might have. I'm going to take that in my waterline. About there, and also beneath my waterline. Or on my lower lash line. It's gonna look weird at first, but it's gonna look great. Just trust me. I'm gonna take this is Urban Decay's Desperation 24/7 liner. It is a flat matte gray color, and I'm gonna put that right in the center and also put it on my waterline as well. Do not have to be precise with this because we are gonna smudge it and smoke it all out. And the third color I'm going to use is Kat Von D's called Immortal Love. I got this with my Ladybird palette, and I really like it. It's my favorite brown liner. It's just a matte deep brown color, and I'm going to take that and kind of meet it up to what we did with the wing here. And not so neat fashion. I'm going to use Kat Von D's smudge brush to go ahead and make sure it's clean first and totally wiped off. And I'm going to start with the lightest color, and I'm going to blend it with short, quick strokes, going from lightest to darkest. Get it all the way up underneath the wing. The same Kat Von D smudge brush, we're going to go back into the palette, and following suit here, lightest to darkest, we're going to take this far flesh tone type color here, and we're going to set the nude liner with that. I'm going to do my waterline and my lower lash line, but you don't have to if that irritates your eyes. You don't have to do anything in your waterline at all. It's just what I'm going to do. And to try and match that sort of gray I have in the middle, I'm going to go back and forth between these two shades just a little bit. Tap off any excess product. Right over the middle there. And then using the warmest brown, I'm going to set the brown liner. And as you can see, I'm being quite careless with it. The whole point is to kind of smoke it out, which is nice because you can get messy and it's okay. I'm gonna take Makeup Geek Smoky Eye Brush. One of my favorite brushes. Haven't used it in a long time. Hello, old friend. And I'm gonna use this to kind of just blend all that out at the bottom. And where the nude is where it's going to be the hardest, I guess, to blend into the darker shades I found anyway. So you might have to go back in. I'm probably going to go back in with some of that shadow and, you know, just blend back and forth until I get the gradient I want. But I may not do that on camera. But let's just smudge all that out so it's not harsh at all at the bottom. this is why it's good, at least in my opinion, to do your face after your eyes, because you know, see how dark that is, and you get fallout too. And so why mess everything up that you just did? It just, to me, it makes more sense, but of course, to each their own. I'm really gonna work at smudging that outside portion there. I'm gonna take a tad more of the shadow on that brush. Ooh, a little bit too much. I didn't do this first time around, but just gonna smoke it out. Alrighty then. Going back in, kind of blend between those two colors a little bit better. There, that's good. I'm going to take that small, precise type pencil brush again and go into the white shade once again to highlight. And I'm going to bring that down into here. Something I did that you don't have to do, is totally optional, everything is always optional, is I took, what brush did I use? It's a Real Techniques, it says base eyeshadow brush. It is very fluffy, and go into this color that I love so much here, that's on the lid. And I'm going to take that lightly, so you don't need much product at all. If you get too much product on your brush, I'm, you know, tapping excess product off onto here a lot if I think I got too much or whatever. This thing is awesome. Everybody should probably own one or something similar. It makes life so much easier. And I'm going to go ahead and run this all along this bottom liner and just blend it all out and smoke it all out with this color, because I wanna. And then this is what I did for the other eye too. I just took my finger and kind of wiped the bottom a little bit so it didn't come down too far. And that is all for the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and put my mascara on and my concealer, which I desperately needed, my face and everything. And I'm gonna curl my lashes, and then I'm gonna use my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is my all-time favorite mascara. It's not better than Sex, but it's better than a lot of other mascaras. The only problem I seem to get with mine is it drying out too fast. And I recently acquired Inglot's Duraline. Put 2 drops in there. It hits me off because I only used it like maybe a total of 6 times. I haven't even had it that long. And it seemed totally dried out. It was clumpy and not going on my lashes right. I thought, dang, that sucks, you know. I'm going to have to buy another one. The sample size ones don't do that though. It's just the big ones for me, and this is my second time I've purchased the full size. So, but yeah, a couple drops of the Duraline fixed it. I don't know if you're supposed to do that with mascara, but it worked for me. In case you might be having the same problem. Falsies would look awesome with this, but I just don't have time to apply them right now. So we're just gonna do this. Hey guys, so this is the look that I came up with in its entirety, using the Shade+Light palette. It was a lightning liner in a Ludwig, and the regular ink liner that I absolutely love and is part of my, like, I can't live without that. I need it in my life. So anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to go check me out on my social media, Facebook and all that good stuff. It'll be linked below. I just reached 100 likes on my Facebook, which is like so small, but yay, it made me happy. So I'm doing a really big giveaway, like a big giveaway. I'm not saying what it is, but it will be a value of over $50, and it will be a high-end makeup item. I will be doing that at 200 likes on my Facebook. So that's a really good reason to get over there and like my page and subscribe to me on here as well, because I have lots more tutorials, fun things, and giveaways coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys. I will see you in a later video. Bye.